Namaste Gurukulian. I hope all of you are fit and fine at your home and doing your study properly. So today we are here with chapter 3rd, Yoga and Lifestyle. It is of plus 2 class. It is part 8th. As you know, in previous parts we completed what is yoga, origin of yoga, about Ashtanga Yoga, about some disease, daily lifestyle disease we can say, because of dull lifestyle, means poor lifestyle, not involving in physical activity a individual, or not taking proper diet. Because of that, daily lifestyle disease like back pain, diabetes, obesity, these kind of disease, or we can say postural deformity took place in the body of individual. In previous parts we also completed about the obesity and which are the remedial, which are the asanas we can prevent our body from obesity. So today we do first asana, first preventive asana of diabetes. In previous part we completed diabetes also, like what is diabetes, level of sugar increase or low in our blood, that is known as the diabetes. Two type of diabetes is there, type A or type B, even type C also there, or many more things we completed. So today we do first asana of prevent our body from the diabetes. 4 asanas are there: Bhujangasana, Paschimottanasana, Pavanmuktasana, and one is Ardha Matsyendrasana, which we did in that obesity also, as a preventive measure of obesity. So today Bhujangasana. Bhujang asana. As you know that Bhujang, it is the word form that Bhujang asana of with 2 words. First one is Bhujang, or another one is asana. Bhujang, meaning of Bhujang, if we talk about Sanskrit or Hindi, that Bhujang meaning is cobra, a variety of snake that is found in a southern region of India like Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka. So mainly which species, that we can say main species of cobra snake, that Bhujangasana, meaning of Bhujangasana is cobra, and asana, as you know, pose, or we can say position, or even we can say posture. Okay, cobra. Name of this asana, why it is called Bhujangasana? Reason behind it that Bhujang, which asana, 2 type of positions are there. If we talk about in the language of physical education or in the language of sports training, some movements are there in kinesiology or biomechanics which is which have a particular name. Like if my palm is facing upward to the sky, so it known as the supination. So it is supine position. If I lay down in Savasana, so we can say it is supine position. Second one is that palm facing toward the ground, it is known as the prone position. So in Bhujangasana, prone position we will take. After taking this prone position, that superior part of body, to the superior upper part of body known as the superior part, lower part like lower from the pelvic region, it is known as the inferior part. So superior part, basically or mainly that rib cage, arms or our skull, neck, these will come up in this asana. So the pose which we are taking in Bhujangasana, that is also same look like when cobra snake, we can say he put up its head up like this. So same position like this. When a snake also put up his head or walking, that same position like Bhujangasana, it is known as the Bhujangasana. That's why its name Bhujangasana, because the position we are attaining in Bhujangasana, it is same like a cobra snake. Bhujangasana. Okay. This much done. Now procedure. What is the procedure? One thing you must know that we will lay down on the surface in prone position. Head should be down, that our forehead will touch the surface. Even not comfortable, then we can turn our skull left or right. So what is the procedure? Procedure, at first lay down on floor with prone position. Maybe some are not understood what is Bhujangasana. You know about the Surya Namaskar. Surya Namaskar. Surya Namaskar. In Surya Namaskar, 12 steps are there. 12 steps. We completed it, Surya Namaskar. Even you can watch, you can see the video. Baba Ramdev or many more are yogic trainers are there on YouTube or online classes. Surya Namaskar, 12 steps are there, which is the 8th step of Surya Namaskar. That position is known as the Bhujangasana. 12 steps are there, which is 8th step in Surya Namaskar. That 8th step is known as the Bhujangasana. So here, at first lay down on the floor with prone position, mean lay down face toward the floor, like my belly, that chest, thighs, knee, they will touch the surface, or my calf, hamstring, gluteus muscle, back, the trapezius, latissimus dorsi, or that back side or back side of the head, that will facing to the sky. So it is the first position. Second one, or my hand should be like this, also same. We will take position prone, but during that lay down on the floor, the position of hand is in supine position. Then second step, bring your hand, bring your arm upward, near the shoulder, and keep your hand in supine position, means your palm touch the surface near the shoulder. Keep your hand in supine position, same, near the shoulder. Okay. Third one, we press our hand and put up the superior part of the body. Superior part of the body. In superior part, which parts are there? Our skull, neck, arms, at that rib cage till here. But here we will not put up the fully that superior part. It will not touch the surface. Our stomach, we can say that what we say in English, nabi, or that thighs, knees, it will touch the surface. Only this much part we will put up. Okay. Fourth one, press downward our abdominal area like where that our digestive organs are there, downward from the esophagus or diaphragm we can say, stomach, liver, that gallbladder or pancreas also there, large intestine, small intestine, all organ. We will press this area toward the surface with the help of our muscles. Okay. Fifth one, we will not, main thing it is, shrink our shoulder. We will not shrink our shoulder during this position. When we are doing this Bhujangasana, on that time what happen with some people, they shrink their shoulder, or their shoulder look like that it is touching the downward part of the ear, but it is the wrong position. It is the wrong position. We have to stretch our shoulder in normal position, or then we have to put up our superior part during the Bhujangasana. The gap between ear and the upper part of the shoulder, we can say that glenoid humerus bone, that is that corners, the distance should be same when we put up the superior part of the body during Bhujangasana. It will, that our shoulder must not shrink like this, it should be like this, or put up the body properly. It is the main thing. Okay, so it is the procedure of Bhujangasana. Now we will do benefits. Or when we completed this asana, we have to carry this asana according to the capacity. If we are the professional one, then we can do for 1, 2, 3, 5 minutes. What is the capacity? If we are beginner, then we had to complete this asana with the help of trainer, with the command of trainer or teacher. Okay. Benefits. First benefit, during this asana, pressure goes on our digestive organs. As you know, during this asana we press our abdominal part, so on that time the pressure which increase cause of that surface, or we are pressing our body downward on our digestive organ like stomach, liver, intestines. Second one, blood circulation increase. Blood circulation increase in full body also, or mainly toward the digestive organs also. Third one, it's strengthen our muscles. When we are doing this asana, on that time what happen, there is a pressure, there is a sensation we can say on our back muscle, or especially on the superior muscles like shoulder or arms muscle. So it is the practice, or it is the activity of the muscles also. So when we are doing this asana, it increase the strength of the muscles. Fourth one, it's increase stretching or flexibility we can say. because some are not having a flexibility in their vertebral column like back. So after practicing this asana, the flexibility of back it also increase, or many more joints like shoulder joints are there, our hip joints, this joint is involving in this activity. So flexibility of these joints, or even we can say elasticity or extensibility of the muscle also increase, which is helpful in the increasing flexibility of the muscles. So when the blood flow toward the digestive organ, when pressure is there on digestive organ, what happen, the working process of the digestive organ it also increase. If it increase, then all the organs will work properly, they will digest the food properly, or especially that one gland is there which is downward, or we can say posterior part, downward from the stomach or posterior side of the body, that is known as the pancreas. Pancreas, main work of pancreas, you know that to maintain the level of glucose in our blood, that will do work properly. Pancreas, pressure goes on digestive organ, or pancreas is also a organ of the digestive system, so it will do its work properly, or automatically it will helpful in the diabetes, because it will secrete the insulin properly in the blood, or it will control the blood diabetes through this asana. So these are the benefit. Dear student, 2-3 benefit are the same in all asana. One is that in strength of the muscle, second one that flexibility of the muscle, or third one we can say blood circulation. Automatically in all asanas, somewhere pressure is there on our body, somewhere pressure is on our muscle, so automatically it increase the blood circulation, it increase the muscle strength, it increase the muscle flexibility. Now contraindication. Contraindication means we should not perform this asana. If a person having a particular problem, we will talk about in these points. First one, the person who is having high blood pressure, heart problem, third one, pregnant lady, fourth one, who is having like we can say intestinal disorder, digestive disorder, here ulcer, ulcerative colitis, which we can say छाले हो जाते हैं हमारी intestines के अंदर. Fifth one, intestine tuberculosis. If the person is suffering from these type of problems, even those are having back pain or other problems related to the vertebral column or nervous system also, some time of we can say tumor, so they should not perform this asana. They have to perform this asana with the proper suggestion of the coach or trainer. Okay, so it is completed. We'll see you in the next part. तब तक के लिए सभी को नमस्ते.